Yesterday is when we needed a Beatles biopic. We've had musical comedies,
It's been a hard day's night.
animated fantasies,
We all live in a yellow submarine.
parodies,
Get up and go. Get up and
concert films,
go. And if somebody loved me.
and a million different documentaries.
Very good and looking for a what? What is it? Looking for a home?
But never a biopic. So, Sam Mendes is giving us 4 of them. Granted, there was the 1979 film Birth of the Beatles.
Come on, let's get out there.
But that was so long ago and underseen that Mendes might as well be making the first Beatles biopics. And he's bringing us 4 separate ones. One each for Paul, George, John, and Ringo, all in 1 year. Here's everything you should know about Sam Mendes' Beatles movies. First off, they're coming soon. All 4 films are aiming for a 2027 release, which seems downright crazy. There's a chance that Mendes includes many of the same scenes from different perspectives, a really cool Rashomon-esque approach, where we might see each film end with the same scene, but we understand everyone's motivations within their own stories. These biopics obviously won't be all the same scenes. So, Mendes and his team will have to write, cast, produce, score, and edit 4 separate movies over the next 3 years. Sam Mendes is a fantastic director who's given us American Beauty,
I feel like I've been in a coma for about 20 years.
Skyfall, Road to Perdition,
Man of honor always keeps his word.
and 1917,
They're walking into a trap.
among many others. And his frequent collaborators, Roger Deakins and Thomas Newman, are equally amazing talents. So as long as the movies don't feel like they're rushing to meet their 2027 deadline, I think we're in store for some masterpieces. And it's fun to consider a world where all 4 lead actors might be competing for one Best Actor Oscar in 2028. Another thing to know about the movies is that the Beatles themselves have given their blessings. Paul and Ringo directly, but also the families of George and John. I wonder why it took so long to make these biopics. But Beatles mania has fared pretty well this decade so far. In 2021, there was the release of the celebrated Get Back documentary by Peter Jackson.
Don't let me down.
And then last year, there was the quote, final Beatles song. Rage right now. Ever since Bohemian Rhapsody dominated award shows in 2018, we've seen Rocket Man,
Still standing after all this time.
T,
But all I'm asking is for a little respect. Hey, baby, wake it up.
Elvis, Weird, the Al Yankovic story,
Another one rides the bus. Another one rides the bus. And another comes on, and another comes on. Another one rides the bus.
The United States versus Billie Holiday,
Ain't nobody's business if I knew.
I Want to Dance with Somebody,
Greatest love of all is easy to achieve.
Bob Marley, One Love,
Is all I ever have. Redemption song.
Judy,
Clang, clang, clang went the trolley. Ding, ding, ding went the bell.
and even more. Musician biopics are all the rage. I think the Beatles are long overdue for their own. Another thing that we can speculate right now is the casting of these movies. The Beatles were icons. Any actor who can pull off a remotely convincing Liverpool accent
Claimed he was me father, he did. But you're not helping.
is clamoring to be one of the Fab Four. It's an opportunity to star in a biopic, but also to be a great supporting actor in 3 other films. I want the movies to do well, so in my own castings, I'd pull for star power. But they could go for unknowns who could better play the parts too. Let me know who you'd cast. But I also want to just throw out Paul Dano as John Lennon, Asa Butterfield as Paul McCartney, Daniel Radcliffe or Jason Schwartzman as Ringo Starr, and Jamie Flatters as George Harrison. We also already know that the movies are going to be released by Sony Pictures. But in what order? It's just speculation, but I think that you have to start and end with the relative heavy hitters. So Paul McCartney first and John Lennon last. And I would do George second and Ringo third, to alternate between biopics that will end with the death of their subject and those that follow living legends. What do you think? And what do you think of this 4-film series in general? We don't know much yet, but we'll continue to cover developments, film history, and news here at When the Pictures Got Bigger. Subscribe to stay in the loop, and until the next time, we'll see you at the movies.
You say goodbye